am Chris Gaylor.
And I'm Amber Jane Castley, and tonight we are watching with you guys Death Note, episode 31.
Transfer.
31.
Yeah, 31. Transfer. There is 6 episodes left. Well, yeah, 7 if you count, this one. But, 7! It's almost over, and I am freaking out. What happened last episode?
Well, Nier is in trouble because there's a mob outside of his building who wants to take him out.
Yes.
And if he goes outside, we got Misa, who's gonna see his face and kill him off for Light.
Light has been, it's a good thing for Light that now the world is so afraid of Kira. Like, most of them, some of them are afraid of him, so they act in his, for him. They do stuff for him because they're afraid of dying if they don't. And the other side just, agrees with whatever he's doing. But it's a very sick way of seeing things, and now it's playing against Nier. So, he's in trouble. But I mean, Mello at the beginning of the last episode, Mello teamed up with Nier just a little bit. He gave him the clue that L was missing, which is that the fake rule, that there's a fake rule in the Death Note. So he's that much closer to figuring out what's going on, but he needs to get out of there before he's seen, If that happens, he's gonna be very close to figuring this out. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Either they have a secret tunnel to go under, or Mello is gonna come back and help him, or I don't know. So we're jumping into this. Yeah, we're jumping into this, and we'll see what happens.
All right,
let's go. That's what's terrifying when you know you have followers. They will do whatever you ask of them without, asking questions, without doubting you or anything. And it's so scary. In a cult or in any type of gathering that looks like this, when you have someone you worship, it's crazy the things you can do for that person. It's manipulation at its finest, and it's terrifying. We've seen, events like this several times in history, and it still astonishes us, but, it reminds me a bit of, it's the follower thing, when everyone else is following, you end up following too, and you don't question the morality of the actions. You've heard of, The Wave?
Yeah.
The story.
I've
basically,
heard of The Wave.
It's basically a story that's meant to show you how things could have gone that bad in World War II, with how come people were following Hitler, how come they were, adhering to his way of seeing things despite this not being morally okay. And basically it's a teacher who wants to, make his students understand how that could have happened. So he starts a movement, it starts slow. He makes them, stand every time, and then he makes them do a sign. He creates a sort of community where everyone is accepted if they follow the rules. And eventually that whole movement, it's been a while, so I might not have all the facts correct, but if you have not heard of The Wave, I have a friend who freaks out over that story a lot. Look it up. But still the movement goes out of proportion, and eventually the teacher, who is seen as the leader, loses control because everyone thinks they are, taking this to the next level, and they start beating kids up because they don't follow the rules and stuff, and it gets crazy. But somehow it's similar. Like, as much as they might think that this is morally unacceptable, everyone is following into Kira's footsteps, and so everyone is joining, and at this point they believe in what Kira believes so much that they don't even question him, and they don't care about what they have to do in order to follow this way of thinking. And can you blame them? If you say they are being manipulated, I know that after World War II, a lot of soldiers were saying like, oh, I was just following orders and stuff. But it's so complicated to figure out who's the real culprit in that situation. Especially in this episode, or in this show, where what Kira is doing is, according to a lot of people, killing the criminals. So what could be wrong about that, It's hard to tell who's bad in this show. Of course, to us, it's easier because we see Light go through a lot of changes, and we see him make decisions, and we're like, yes, at the beginning, he thought he was killing criminals because he wanted a better world.
That, the line went blurry because he needed to take care of those who want to stop him, because those were the real evildoer. Because
in his eyes,
they wouldn't let him do
his utopia.
Yeah. His task.
And so after that, he started killing. And the thing is, like, when that line disappears, you're not following your own rules. So yes, you are an evildoer. You are killing innocent people, and you are not. The thing is, the Death Note changed him so much that now he doesn't see his actions as, necessary or anything. He just does whatever he wants in order to accomplish his goal, using people, manipulating them into giving up. Like Misa, if she gets the Death Note back and she once again takes the Eyes for Light, I mean, I don't know how long she's gonna live, but she might die like in a couple episodes if that keeps going. She's manipulating her and he doesn't care. He's killing innocent people and he doesn't care. He's making Shinigamis kill themselves for his plans and he doesn't care. He's ready to curse his dad into the grave as he's lying there and dying, laying there as he's dying, and he doesn't care. This is where the line has been crossed, Actually, the line has been crossed the first time he tried to kill L, which was in episode 2. So, even then...
Yeah, it's pretty a while ago. Yeah.
Even then, we could still see, like, he was still... He's blinded by his own mission. Because of what because he believes that what he's doing is right, he's being blinded by this. He thinks that he can do anything. And right now, with everyone all around the world supporting him and cheering for him, he doesn't even need to convince himself he is a god. People worship him, He doesn't need more motivation. I mean, he has all these people telling him he's awesome and what he's doing is right. So he doesn't need to prove anything. He's already got that. So, which makes him very dangerous now, because he could do anything and people will cheer for him because they'll believe he's right. Which is why I'm really scared for Aizawa. He cannot kill Aizawa right now because Nier knows that he called. So if Aizawa called and then after that he dies, Nier will know that, well, that's proof enough.
He already knows that Light.
Oh, he knows.
Of
course he knows. I mean, he had his suspicions, like he had his own clues that he found, and then to hear L's way of doing things, like to hear what he went through and what he figured out, he's like, oh, okay, he did this because he knew about that. The only thing that stopped him from arresting him permanently was that fake rule that I just learned is fake. So he's got everything. Now what he needs to do is put his plan into motion, arrest him, and show proof. But it cannot be proof that it cannot be the type of proof that would work for him, because he's too intelligent for everyone else to understand, It needs to be concrete. So they need to have him on film writing in a Death Note, or they need to have proof that he talked to Misa and told her to write in a Death Note. Like, they need actual proof, and that's what killed L. He didn't have that. He had only his hunches and everything he understood from what he was doing, but it's not enough. People will always need proof. This is where people get stuck in this show, and I want to see what happens next. Mello is not out of commission, so maybe he will gather the proof, because Nier is not even close to Light. He's in LA, so he's not there to gather the proofs. If Mello does something, then they can combine what they found and haha, we got you.
Will they though?
Well, I mean, he wants to catch Kira too. He wants to catch him first, but it won't stop him from maybe, finding stuff out.
Yeah, probably not.
And I mean, if he gathers enough proof to show that Light is Kira, Nier can just come after him and say, yeah, I agree with you, here's my proof. But Aizawa, I think he's safe for now, because of what Light prepared, like having a follower. That's the thing, like having a follower, of course you're going to be okay. He's going to do everything you want, and he's not going to go overboard with this. He's a worshipper, he's a follower, and he believes he's been chosen to follow these rules. So he's going to do this because he feels special. So right now, it's like it's Iguchi all over again, but Iguchi was not a Kira follower. He was just happy
Could you
to have the
imagine
power.
though that Light sent the death note to his follower Mikami, his name is, and one of the orders he gave him was kill every person who tried to stop Kira. So he goes after the police head force of Japan and says, oh, I'm gonna kill the chief, I'm gonna kill Light Yagami.
Yeah, but he doesn't know who works in that bureau.
True, but just imagine for a second the irony of it.
That's the thing with Light though, he prepares for this. I think right now
That's the thing, yeah.
the mistakes he makes are because he feels so confident because he became the new L, so he was in control of the task force. He's worshipped all around the world by people, so he believes he has followers. He thinks he can manipulate everyone because he thinks he's one. Then in comes Nier and Mello, you know? Both of them remain remnants of what L used to be, remains of what he is. So
True remnants of what L used to be.
yes, so they can stop him. So, but he doesn't take them seriously because he believes he's one. I already I already defeated L, so I can take you down. But over and over again, these past episodes, he's been facing failure. So, I mean, now he's reacting quicker, you know, he's not thinking about his plans as much, and I feel like I don't fear, actually, I want him to be caught. He's gonna do a mistake, because he is not planning. He's putting his faith into the fact that he's already won and everyone worships him. So, like, he sent the death note to a follower because he believes that he loves him so much and he's in the right so much that he's going to follow all the rules. That's a huge risk if you think about it, because, I mean, we don't know what that guy would have done with the death note.
Nope.
So that's a risk. Having Aizawa and everyone in the bureau now, you know, suspects him. So having them
minus
Matsuda, but Matsuda is too pure to believe any one of them is Kira.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's taking a lot of risk, letting, you know, Misa lose the eyes again, expecting her to not do anything, and eventually maybe get everything back. I don't know what he's planning, but I feel like right now he's losing his control, which could lead to his defeat. So, we'll find out anyway.
We'll see.
Only 6 episodes left.
Only 6 episodes left.
2 weeks. Barely 2 weeks and we're done. This show is a roller coaster of emotions. I've been freaking out. I edited the father episode and I'm so mad in that episode. I actually put in a warning, I get really mad at the end of this because this show brings me places, you know, gives me feels that
Well, I'm glad it does. I'm really glad it does because it did for me when I first watched this series, and it still does when I watch it for a third time. And
third time?
Yeah.
Are you really? Anyway, once that's done, I'm gonna buy the anime because I want to watch it again, and I'm gonna watch the movies again, just to celebrate my L. And this one he wins. So anyway, all right. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it is already up on Patreon. The link is in the description.
So go click there and subscribe. And if you don't wanna, Nicole will be up on YouTube this Thursday, guys. So see you in a couple of days.
Bye.
Bye bye.